Yana, could you do me a favor? Roll a d3.
Ah, that's never. It's fine.
No. This is what you guys get for asking for a fucking module. Okay, so 2. Right. Let's see. That makes you 2, makes him 1, him 3. Cool. Right. Jeff, give me a drive medium modern land vehicle roll, please. It's very late in the afternoon when you suddenly find yourselves in an older style car driving down the highway, drifting onto the shoulder. As the curve is approaching, you're on the highway and going a bit fast. Oh, yeah. He just kind of puts it back on there. Really smooth. You know, you felt a little bit of the rumble strips, but then he just kind of corrected, and he's driving along as though he does this all the time. It's like, I seem to have popped into a new body and shit, so here we go.
Yeah, what kind of car am I driving?
It looks like one of the kind of Lincoln Continental looking cars, you know, the big body cars and stuff.
Yep.
Everybody give me, unless you have paradigm distortion maxed out, let's just get that out of the way as you'll eventually discover stuff about yourselves. So sanity rolls, please. If you make it, it's 1 point toward paradigm distortion. If you fail, it's a d6 as you may freak the fuck out. As Glenn freaks the fuck, as Yana and Glenn freak the fuck. Now, Yana.
Sorry, I'm driving, guys. You know, what can I say?
Yeah, if they attack you, that's bad. But Yana, now you want to make a willpower times 3 roll. Glenn's okay. Glenn just subtracts a couple points off his sanity, adds a couple points onto paradigm distortion. Yana subtracts a mighty 6 from her shit, and she freaks the fuck out. So fight, flight, freak, freeze. Roll a d4, Yana. She decides that beating the fuck out of the driver of this thing is the perfect thing. Unfortunately, she's riding shotgun. The reason she does this is when she looked into the mirror, she discovered that she was some black guy and she just lost her fucking mind, apparently. So, right, we go into standard combat as you're trying to try.
So much for our war ending.
We tried.
Surprise!
For 5 minutes.
Yay! Let's see. Okay, this round, you guys, nobody except Yana gets to go as it's her surprise round. Yana, roll to smack around the driver, please, as he is the closest one to you. You're sitting in the passenger seat. Glenn's sitting in the back seat. Everybody's like, wow, this is nice. And Yana immediately fumbles, assuming you don't want to spend a hero point on that.
Nah.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, next round, you two get a free reroll against her if you do anything against her directly, okay? Next round, okay. She attempts to beat the guy driving this thing at a good 80, 90, 100 kilometers an hour or whatever. So you two are first, she's second. Nothing good's approved as none of you have a shield. Jeff, she's trying to beat the shit out of you. Again, you're busy driving. What do you do?
Well, driving with one hand and blocking with the other.
All right. What are you up to, Scott?
Grapple.
Give me a grapple roll. Yana, roll a d20 for me, please.
Okay.
Crit. Got it. You've got her hands and you're in position to choke her out if you want to.
Beautiful.
Who does number 2 work for?
Right, Yana, what's your strength, and Scott, what's your strength?
82.
Scott?
Strength is 89.
Cool, Yana, roll 40 or less. Actually, 30 or less, you got crit. to try to break free. You've got to break free. Oh, yeah, she breaks free of him. That's her action. Let's see. Yana, make a note that this kind of fun, happy times are going on for 15 more rounds, okay?
Great.
So,
Great. Yep.
Pull over.
Yep.
it'd be funny if he's like, why? Just get going. All right, we go into the next round because that was her whole deal. Your reroll time has ended. And, right, Scott, you're first. Nothing's approved. What do you do?
Grapple.
She's a tough one, you're thinking. You're not sure who she is exactly, but right, you're attempting to grab her, and you're like, and he's attacking you from the backseat. Now, either target's valid. Low, and you're going roll any dice. Low, you go for the driver some more. High, you turn around and decide to scuffle with the backseat because you are out of your mind. And I'll let you keep track of how many rounds you're out of your mind for.
Okay,
You just couldn't handle the stress. So,
that's the other one.
all right, you're going for the backseat guy now?
I
Or the-
rolled 4, so
I can't remember which I said. Does anybody remember
Yeah.
which I said?
backseat, I think.
Cool. You decide to turn around and give him what for. Go ahead and beat on him. Yeah.
Yay.
All right. Little martial arts in there, I'm guessing.
Good idea.
Block.
He would like to block, but he's busy. So she's busy fumbling, though, which is really helping you guys out. All right. She doesn't have any held items. Yeah. Doesn't look like it shows her roll down the window and throw out a bunch of shit. No. She has no items on her. If she had a gun or something, she'd have dropped it. But Jeff, are you doing anything or just preparing to block in case she goes after you?
Well, I'm going to be preparing to block, but I am also going to be hitting the emergency flashers on the car and taking my foot off the gas.
This round, you click a button and free action, remove foot from gas. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, next round. Instead of baby on board, it says psychopath on board on like little sign.
My turn.
Sorry, I thought you already went and failed. I haven't gotten to the next round yet.
Okay.
This round, you're first, Scott. Reassuring her it's all going to be okay and not doing anything else is approved. What do you do, Scott?
Slap.
Are you using martial arts to spruce up that slap? Okay. So go ahead and roll some damage. All right, Yana, please keep track of your own damage. And meanwhile, over to Jeff. Would you like to simply nice and easy do the slow down or continue slowing down this round, or do you want to jump on the brakes?
Well, how about I look in the rear view mirror and see what's behind me first?
No problem. You spend the round scoping out other cars. Yeah, there's a car behind you, so that's a good idea. You look, take a card for just being smart. He looks around and begins like slowly going over toward the shoulder, and the car behind him is like, oh, I should slow down. He put on this round. They're starting to realize, I think those are the warning lights. I wonder if he has a problem. And shows the lady, and they're going, ah! Meanwhile, Yana going, ah, pterodactyl. So, and I don't know why there's a P in pterodactyl. It makes no sense. Go ahead and give me your rolls to beat up Glenn.
Yeah.
If you do take him out, then, you know, you can go after the driver next. It'll be awesome.
Fail.
Fail? Okay. Next round. Scott is attacked. Villains cannot attack. Screaming is approved. So, Yana, you can still get a card for yourself by just screaming mindlessly. But first, we go to Scott. Do stuff. Are you? Yeah. All right. He continues pummeling the shit out of her because, you know, this is how you resolve workplace disputes. Fortunately, he's really he pimp slaps you. Meanwhile, in the controlled pullover, you're pretty much just having the super easy driving right now.
Yep.
No problem.
Pulling over on the shoulder.
Yeah. Keep in mind that you're looking at a good 4 or 5 rounds for the easiest, slowest, gentlest pullover. And the other cars are like, oh my, I think he may be pulling over. So they got plenty of warning. If you wanted to do it a lot faster, you could. But meanwhile, Yana, you can't attack, but screaming does get you a card.
Ah!
Take the card. And next round. Scott is first. Not attacking and posing dramatically is approved. Since you're doing the driving and shit, go ahead and take your card, Jeff. Scott, would you like to continue to mansplainer the back of your hand?
I put my hands on my hips and puff out my chest.
Excellent. Take a card. Yana, beating him senseless is always a good idea when you're berserk. So go ahead and roll.
I think so.
If you actually knock him out, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
I don't think. Oh,
Okay. When we get a second, I have a question. Being relatively new, I want to play this card now because it's a skill up.
Good. Scott,
It's spy training.
Damage. Uh-huh.
4
Yes.
damage.
I'm just trying to figure out which would be the best here between all the list here. Specific city lore,
Streetwise
counter
comes in
surveillance.
a lot. Do you have Streetwise up to 60?
I'm pretty sure I do. Let me check.
Otherwise,
Yes, I do.
I'd ask these two because they're players. So
Yep.
you can get a player's perspective.
Any ideas between surveillance, spy lore, cryptography, counter surveillance, and specific city lore?
surveillance and counter surveillance, maybe.
Glenn, you don't get a roll because you pose dramatically. This is that
Okay.
same round. We haven't gone to the next
Right.
round yet.
Thought it was next turn.
No, it's not. He stopped with the question. What is your guys' answer?
I like surveillance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my surveillance is at learn, so I think I'll go that one.
Cool. Next round. Yana is first.
Guys.
Maneuvers approved, which means, Jeff, if you want to make a drive roll, you don't have to, but if you do and you succeed, you get a card. Meanwhile, Yana, please beat Scott.
Block.
All right. Are you blocking? Are you fighting defensively or offensively?
I'll fight defensively.
Block and full. You managed to block her attack.
Bye.
Are you doing your drive roll or no? Die. Are you doing? Okay, go ahead and give me a drive roll for a
Do the
card.
drive roll.
Sure. Ah! You guys take off across. Now everybody's bouncing around in there.
Sorry.
And, right. Next round. Yana is first. Nothing good is approved. Yana, please beat him senseless and keep track of how many more rounds you have left. Unless you're like, I'm going to keep doing it after this is expired. I
I'm
don't care
going to
anymore.
give this for it.
Dodge.
Sure. He goes, and you go, okay, and next round.
I'm like, who put that guardrail there?
It shows this fucking cliff coming up. You're like, Thelma and Louise, Thelma and Louise. No, there's no cliff, but it does look like there's some stuff that unless you want to give me another driving roll to pull out of the crappy driving you're doing and fishtail to get back to the shoulder,
Yep.
go for it. Otherwise, you may fishtail and perhaps even roll a car, which may calm her down eventually. Just shows you guys rolling like 8 times, and she's like, I'm so angry! Right, the car is now beginning to, the back end is kicking around, and you're seeing like a small ditch thing coming up, and you're like, oh no, unless I make my drive roll next round, we're gonna go. So next round comes, and let's see if Yana gets to continue to beat him. Holy shit, I've never seen the villain going first in standard combat so much. So, are you dodging or blocking this round, Scott? He's beating you with a vengeance.
Dodging.
All right, go ahead and give me a dodge. Yana, please beat him to within an inch of his life. All right, you didn't get a crit, so he managed to dodge aside. Now comes the all-important drive roll to not hit that little thing and begin rolling your car. This is the hinder, by the way. This
Well,
little
as
rolling thing.
bad as I'm rolling, I'm going to use a skill 10 card on this because I don't want to screw it up.
That'd probably be a good
Well,
idea. Ah, good.
There we go.
All right, you managed to pull out and you're getting back over toward the road and stuff, and our cars are like honking at you like, asshole, you know, and stuff. Get back on the road. Next round. Heroes are first and cannot use hero points. Making fun of the lady who's going berserk is approved.
I dare you.
All
I
right,
know it was you.
Scott, you're
definitely-
first. Are you attacking or defending or dodging?
Going to cast a spell.
All right. So first thing we do this round is you attempt your willpower roll, and if you fail that, then your whole round is wasted.
Yeah.
Moving on to Yana beating you for your trespasses. So Yana, please beat him. You're continuing your slowing down and braking procedure as he takes another 3 points. By the way, you should be keeping track. Like 2 of those are stun, 1's real, you know, because the real is always half the stun rounded in your favor. And Jeff is bringing the car back under control. Next round, I'm waiting for Yana to tell me, okay, I'm done. Heroes are first, villains are second, and you must free any hostages you have, Yana. You have no hostages. Reloading is approved. Nobody has a gun out yet. So, you're first, Scott. Would you like to try to beat her, dodge, scream, get her to release her hostages? What?
Attempt to cast a spell.
Give me the willpower roll, please.
You can do it.
Cool. And Yana, please beat him for attempting to cast spells on you. Ah. More damage.
Well,
Cool. Are you unconscious yet, Scott?
No.
He's a tough one, Yana. Beat him harder. And, right, next round, you should have the car brought to a full and complete stop in a very safe manner, Jeff.
Am I wearing
good.
armor?
No.
No. No bulletproof vest?
No. Next round, Yana is first. Are you defending yourself or casting a spell, Scott?
I will defend myself.
Okay. Now's a good time as she prepares to beat you some more.
just
She appears to pimp slap you. It shows her in a pimp hat. You're my bottom bitch, she yells at Scott. All right, you managed to throw yourself around the back seat. This round, would you like to put the car into park?
Yes.
And it'd be funny if at rounds after they just sat there waiting for you two to resolve things. All right, next round. Wow. Scott, you're first. Committing a human sacrifice is approved this round.
I get out of the car.
You open the door this round. You can attempt to throw yourself out with a jump at half. Of course, she may come after you. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll just be laying in the seat going, kill me. Okay, he lays down in the seat to make it easier for you to beat his ass. Literally, if you wanted to, Yana. Oh, shit. Roll your double damage upon his ass if you'd like. And what are you doing meanwhile there, Jeff?
Oh,
Well, as I'm looking at this black guy next to me,
I am
Well,
unconscious.
no, it looks everybody looks like they normally do. So I think you've seen Scott before. He looks like he's kind of a PI type thing, although he's dressed differently. and the person appears to be beating his ass is a 17, maybe 18-year-old wide-eyed innocent girl.
Yeah.
And
Mildred.
she's just knocked him unconscious.
Right. So I'm going to grapple her.
Cool.
Just try to get her to calm down.
Sure. Go ahead and
Calm down.
give me a grapple roll.
We have 8 rounds.
Now I'm going to have to hold on tight then.
Yeah.
Mhm. Cool. All right. And we go into next round. As she turns her attentions upon the grappler. And grappler's first vomiting is approved. So, what are you doing, grappler? Are you just holding on this round and hoping for the best?
Well, I'm not sure I can get her in a chokehold.
Not well.
So yeah.
All right.
I'm just going to hold on and just try to calm her down by saying, Mildred, chill out.
What's your character's strength there, Jeff?
Oh, just like 60 something.
And Mildred, what's your strength?
82.
All right, so call it a difference of 20. So Mildred, roll a 30 roll a 70 or less to break free. She easily breaks your grip. She is super strong for this little innocent-looking high school or junior or sophomore, whatever. Fucking, I can't remember the college thing. Right, next round. You're first, Jeff. Using a flintlock is approved.
Using a footlock?
Flintlock.
Oh, flintlock. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say. All right. I'm going to be in defensive mode as I open the door.
All right. You're going to be blocking at half because you're busy going.
That's fine.
Right, Mildred, please beat his ass like a drum. Give me a block at half to avoid the 4 points incoming.
Nope.
You take 4 points. Two real, 2 stun.
Do you think I will kill my party in the first 10 minutes of the game and then wander off to get drunk?
She already has the after party planned out. That's not a good sign. This round, for some reason, villains are first and at a bonus to hit. Nothing good's approved because I know you guys don't have any gold on you. So are you going to be unbuckling your seatbelt and blocking at half, Jeff?
Yep.
Cool. Go ahead and roll. You're the only one wearing a fucking seatbelt.
Well, now you tell me I could have just slammed on the brakes and sent them both through the windshield.
Yeah, fuck him. All right, go ahead and Mildred, please beat his ass. You're at a plus 10% to. Oh no, that's a hit because you're at a plus 10% this round because. Oh wait, Jesus! You got a crit on him. She goes, and you're like, bleh.
Yeah, pretty much.
You take another 3 points of damage. Fortunately, she's rolling badly, but your door is now open.
2 stun and 1 reel. Is that
Yes.
2 stun and 1 reel?
Yep.
Okay.
And keep in mind that your damage adds together for the purposes of determining when you're unconscious. When your total damage, stun and reel, equals or exceeds your willpower, then you are unconscious. If your real damage equals your willpower, you are dead.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, she stops beating you when you are unconscious, or she's planning on getting back to Scott later. I don't know because that human
Yeah. How
sacrifice.
does your hit points equivalent to your willpower?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I can change my hit points then since my willpower went up.
Excellent.
All right.
Let's see. This round, you're first, Jeff. Summoning some sort of demon or extra-dimensional creatures approved.
Right.
You
I
may have
no
already
idea.
done it.
But you know how to get out of the car.
All right, no problem. You give me a jump roll full to leap out of the vehicle, or you could use acrobatics if you want to make it look fucking awesome.
At this point, I'll just stick with the jump.
Mildred, would you rather go for jump or contortions or acrobatics to fucking go after his ass?
Jump.
Go for it. He leaps out. She goes "Rawr," after you. Wow, she is fucking good at this. It's like having a fucking caged puma that you were riding around with in the car and it went berserk for some reason. Next round, you're both outside of the vehicle. Heroes are first. Villains cannot use cards this round. Nothing good's approved. And, right, what do you do, Jeff?
Mildred, stop it. And I go into a full defensive stance.
All right, Mildred. She beat your ass. Please go ahead and give me your block roll as your defensive. He manages to block you this time. Next round.
3 more around.
Mildred's first. Nothing good's approved. All right, so Mildred beat his ass. Jeff, give me a block roll at full. It looks like everybody's kung fu fighting. You failed to block, and she doesn't have 4 points of damage to you. Next round. And here I made fun of her for building up her hand-to-hand all this time. Nothing good's approved. Everybody has a good chance of getting knocked down. You're first. Jeff, what do you do? Full defensive still?
Nope, I go full offensive.
All right, go ahead and give me a beat ass roll, please. Mildred, there's no need to parry. You need to kill him.
Oops, hit the martial arts.
Doesn't matter. You can roll them out of order.
There we go.
So roll your damage. By the way, Yana, I think you've been robbing yourself of damage because if you make your unarmed, you're at a D4. If you make your unarmed and your martial arts, it's D6. So
yeah, I realize it because I didn't have my damage bonus for a bit, and so I got confused. But now I have it again. So.
Yes. So beat their ass harder, please. Roll your.
I'm going to beat her ass harder. Here's a D plus D10 damage card.
Wow. Roll that shit.
So what does that mean? I roll a D10 instead?
No, you roll a D4 for your normal damage and a D10.
Oh, well, what about the martial arts?
The martial arts moved you from a D3 up to a D4.
Oh, okay, that's my thought.
When you get started like Mildred,
Assistant D6 damage.
you're too unconscious to play card running.
I thought we changed that. You play but not trade.
Did we? I do not honestly remember.
There was a thing on Facebook about it.
I do not remember. Either way, though, I think he's dishing out some good damage to her right now. We'll say why not, and I'll let you find that post for me later. So go ahead and play your D6 damage and roll another D6, Jeff. Try to get higher than 4 or whatever. Okay, 4. So can Mildred take 15 points of damage? We can't hear you. You've unplugged your microphone. Stop unplugging your microphone. Why would you do that? Now is the crucial time for you to be able to hear us and talk and do stuff. You don't hear anything? Ew. Reload. Wait a minute. Oh, wow, that was quick. Continue. 1 second.
Do you hear me now?
I totally do.
No. I don't hear you.
Let's see. It's been... Okay. Thank you, Scott. Take a card for reminding me of that.
I don't know why that happened.
I suspect that you need to punish your mother. So, can you take 15 points of damage and be conscious still?
Oh.
No. Damn it, I was really thinking she'd be the last one standing in this. I'm hearing ringing, so maybe somebody's trying to call your computer. So you're unconscious now? She is so unconscious, you've knocked her out of the call. That's pretty unconscious.
Yeah. That was a big hit.
15? That's a fucking brutal ass hit. That's like the fucking in the Street Fighter game when you go and they're like da, 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 da. So yeah, he knocks her back down. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
assuming she's unconscious, now you are the only one who is conscious. You realize that you can go to the bar and drink.
Yep. I'm going to check the passenger that's passed out in the back seat and make sure he's okay. So
Give me a
aid.
first aid roll. Sure, you're just diagnosing. You're not trying to do anything about him. You're just like checking him out.
Well, not going to do anything until I know what's going on. So
Okay. He's fine. He's just taking a dirt nap right now. Link. There we go. Trees are deadly. Link. Phew. I like that. It's nice and short, and nobody's gonna fucking guess that one. Yana, can you hear me?
Yes.
I hear
Excellent.
you. Can you take 15 points of damage and remain conscious?
15, and is it all real or
No, it's half and half,
Is it
so
half and
it's
half?
8 stun, 7 real.
Yeah, I'm still up.
Really?
The 4 you took earlier?
Well,
Oh yeah, you did take 4 earlier.
how do you? Yeah,
And that's 2
Well,
real, 2 stun.
that means that. Well, that means that it's but you count it together, right?
Yeah, to see if you're
Okay.
conscious or not.
Yeah.
So how many real and how many stun have you taken?
15.
maybe 10 and 9 total.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've taken 10 real, 9 stun. Thank you for math. And make a
I'm good,
note of
man.
it. So are you still conscious at 19 hit points of damage?
No.
Dave? All right,
No,
yeah.
no.
You knocked her the fuck out. So if he allows you guys to become conscious through normal means, like after basically it'll be 8 hours later type thing, then your stun damage will go away. You keep the real damage until you heal or make the right willpower rolls while you're asleep or whatever. But yeah.
Okay. Diagnose her.
Okay, you go back over and check
Make sure I
her.
can kill her.
Same as him. They are both KO'd. Oh,
Okay.
by the way, it shows you going.
Yeah. With the knowledge in the first aid, is there anything I can do to help heal them?
Yes, give me a. Before you do that, give me a medicine roll to no other shit.
Medicine. Oh, yeah, I actually have a little bit in that.
Cool.
Not that much.
Yeah, you're not really sure. So, but yeah, as far as healing them up, yes, or you could let them sleep for a bit and just stick them back in the car, maybe both in the back seat, so if they become conscious, they can resume their mortal combat.
Well, he's laid out in the back seat, and these big old Continentals, I take it it's got a big old bench seat in the front, too.
Uh-huh. And it's got a
Yep.
big old trunk.
Yeah. I'm going to pick her up and gently put her in the front seat comfortably.
Okay. Sure, give me a strength roll at full, and that makes that happen, because she's like a little tiny thing that beat the shit out of Scott. But she's fucking dense as shit. You're like doing the hilarious trying to pick her up, and then she like slimes out of one side, and you're like, And eventually just dragging her by the hands toward the car until you fucking get into one side and then you like backing up and it just shows her like slowly kind of till her feet are and then you like, yeah, this is gentle. Yeah. She's all dirty on her back as she was being drug around. Fortunately, she's wearing a like a MIB type suit, as you all seem to be, rather than like a pretty flower dress, because that would be super awkward and a bit creepy.
Yeah, not to mention getting your ass kicked by a teenage girl in a flower dress would really suck.
Yeah, yeah, that wouldn't be good. Um, anyway, since you've got some time as the only one conscious as you're hanging out there, you, yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, let's take a quick look around me. I want to surveil my area. See
And
where.
it looks like you're off the shoulder and stuff. Unfortunately, it's the kind of thing that if you remain here, somebody might get concerned and like call in police or something like that. It does seem to be in a normal human area and stuff, with humans driving around slightly older cars.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Take a look at the back of the car. Want to check the license plate?
Looks like Chicago plates.
You mean not Illinois, but Chicago?
Is there a difference? I don't know. I don't remember, but yes, Illinois plates.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
been a while since I've lived there, bro.
All right. Take the keys out of the ignition and pop the trunk. I want to see what's in it.
Normal stuff you'd expect in a trunk, like jack, extra tire. The roadside assistance kit could use some fucking TLC, but it's got the basic required.
All right.
Plenty of room for bodies and shit. You could put them both in the trunk. They would actually both fit in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
These got a lot of
I
trunk
need
room.
to go that way, that far out.
It's a 3-body trunk.
Yep. I know those trunks. I've seen them. They're huge. Well, I'm not worried about that right now. I think for now, is it a highway we were driving on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to close the trunk, get back in the car, move Mildred over a little bit so I can actually sit in the driver's seat, turn off the emergency flashers, turn the car back on, and drive away.
Okay, you resume you're not sure where you're going, but after driving for a few minutes, you do find a rest area you could pull into if you wanted.
That would work. I was going to look for an exit or something, but rest area will do.
Yeah, it's one of those kind where you enter and exit on the same side of the road and shit. You pull over, it looks pretty quiet. There's a family with their kids running around like they're out of their fucking minds on sugar and boredom.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go in and see if I can get some water.
Done. Yeah,
Okay.
you decide drowning both of them might be the best course of action for humanity.
Well, I'm going to start by splashing a little water on his face to see if that helps wake him up a little bit.
Sure, give me a first aid roll. It just shows you it shows you waterboarding him in the back seat. Yeah. No, it looks like you're waterboarding him. He's like, wow. Other than doing that, he doesn't wake up though.
All right.
He is knocked the fuck out, you're thinking.
Yeah, well, I'm going to not
a beating.
take the chance of waking her up yet, so I'll
Probably wise. You do notice. Well, I wouldn't wake up somebody who's berserk right away. I'd definitely let them sleep it off. You do notice in the mirror, you appear to be a super fit black guy with short hair, and this is unusual for you. You made your sanity roll and stuff, all right. You're thinking it's better she freaked out than the guy driving.
Yeah, that would have been really bad.
There would have been a crash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he can't wake up. You won't wake her up, and it's just you. What do you want to do?
Well,
You could waterboard him some more. What?
I'll check the glove box and see if there's anything in there of any interest.
Maps, various maps and stuff like that.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to rest for a while because I can't think of anything else I can do for them other than drive them to a hospital, which I don't think they would appreciate. And they're going to wake up eventually on their own.
Eventually, maybe.
Hmm.
Nothing else you want to check out while you're hanging out?
Well,
You've got
I
time.
can-
You're just sitting there going.
yeah, I'm just checking out the rest area. I might as well wander around a little bit and relax.
There's nothing special at the rest area. It looks like all other rest areas.
Yeah. Well, I'll check out what I'm wearing and see if I got anything in my pockets.
Oh, at last. Okay. Your name is, according to the ID and stuff that matches your reflection, your name is Jeff Burton. You've got $250 on you and 2 different notes, which I will copy paste for you.
Yeah. Sometimes takes me a while.
There you go. Both of you guys, give me, since you've now gotten a little rest, give me endurance rolls. Lower is better. This one's going to be at a quarter, and then it will get easier and easier as you are given more and more time. Glenn likes the rest. He needs the extra sleep. Go for it at a quarter, Yana. You can do it. No, she definitely snoozing. Right, they're not waking up yet.
All right, well, let them take a snooze. I'm going to spend a little time figuring out what these messages are, and
It just shows the sun.
yep. Let's see.
As soon as while he's reading the messages, both of you guys give me now at half endurance rolls. This is for much, much later. Glenn wakes up first. Yes, he says.
Yeah.
She sleeps on, fortunately for you. Right. She weighs like less than you're looking at her, she weighs like less than 100 pounds. She's just a bundle of fucking anger. That's the problem.
What happened?
Are you okay?
You're
Well,
damp, by the way. You feel
No, I got
damp.
the shit beat out of me.
Yeah, so did I. But I beat the shit out of her too, so I guess we're all beat to shit. But I pulled us over to the rest area to see if you wake up. I don't know what's going to happen when she wakes up. She was pretty crazy there.
Oh, by the way, you notice that she's missing a tooth right here.
Uh-oh.
Like that response. Uh-oh. We have to find it and put it back before she.
No, I'm going to go buy a packet of white chiclets and some super glue.
Really?
Yes.
And if I
vending
find
machine.
the rest up, I would, but yeah.
Who are you?
Fucking hilarious.
My name is, well, Mr. Wallace. And you are?
Mr. Wallace?
Mm-hmm. Although my driver's license here says Jeff Burton.
Glenn James.
Ah, pleasure to meet you, Glenn James.
Do you have a first name?
No.
Right.
Well, I guess technically it's Mr., but
By the way, in the back seat, in the back seat where you're sitting, you didn't notice before because you're busy getting your ass beat, but I want you to imagine that somebody had a bunch of fast food and stuff in the back seat, and then you rolled around in it while getting beaten. There's blood and fucking Big Macs smeared all over the seats and shit, and you're just like, cool.
Well,
I check my pockets.
According to your ID, your name is Lavelle Lee. You are a soft-looking, pot-bellied kind of guy with $85 in your pocket, pictures of wife and kids in your wallet. Or sorry, no, that's Yana. Sorry, my bad. Your name is John Tully. You are shifty looking as fuck. You look at the picture on there and you go, that's a fucking criminal there. And you've got lockpicks, $620, and McDonald's all over your suits. You three used to have sunglasses. They got broken during the brawl. Also, Jeff, in your pockets, you've got, in addition to your driver's license, you guys all live at different addresses in Chicago. Apparently, you were heading away from Chicago. And the car is rented to Jeff Burton from Avis Rent-A-Car. So, yeah. And Scott looks shifty as fuck. Yana, your name seems to be Lavelle Lee. You're a soft-looking black guy with a pot belly, $85, and pictures of a wife and kids in your wallet. Because that's just how you roll.
I go through her pockets.
Yep, you find that stuff, and you're thinking how lucky it is that nobody called the cops on a black guy beating up a white guy. So, ooh, risky there. This is the other way. Maybe nobody called.
mm,
You do what?
I take
Never mind.
$85.
All right, you have zero money left, Yana.
don't worry. You can buy her the cup of coffee this time. Never mind, long story. All right. Well, I happen to have found some notes here too.
Gotta give me an endurance roll at full to wake up and realize that somebody has stolen your tooth.
Or on a job.
Yep. The directives are proceed to residence of Agent Earl Foster, deceased, remove any evidence of our activities, report security breaches. Errors are expected within 48 hours. Make sure everything is clean by then. No friendlies.
Did you spend a hero point, Yana? Why have you disabled your microphone, Yana? Why are you doing this, Yana? Yana! 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 Nobody can hear you, Yana. Yana! This is what happens when you go unconscious. Nobody can hear you scream. Just like in outer space. Maybe it's not plugged in all the way. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it in again? Yana! I would love to have that as a ringtone on her phone. It just, when it rings, it goes, Yana! Yana! Yana, the phone is ringing, Yana! She would love that. She'd be like, oh, she'd get upset anytime she had a call or message. No, nobody can hear you, Yana. We want to hear you, Yana. Why won't you let us hear you? Are you just moving your mouth? You're just moving. Oh, she dripped. Oh, hold on. Let me paste the thing again because she will have forgotten about the trees.
What about now?
I can totally hear you now, Yana. Why are
Yes.
you muting yourself, Yana?
I didn't mute myself.
Yana.
Okay.
Do you know what's going
I-
on? Have you figured out what's going on with the sound?
No, I changed browsers before, and now I just refreshed.
Did you spend a hero point or something on your con roll?
No, but I thought that because we rolled 3 times, right? So
Quarter,
Oh.
half, full.
oh, okay. So no, so I'm still unconscious.
Excellent. I'm sure that the waterboard, wake you soon.
Yeah, I have full confidence in my good friends.
It just shows them all beating the fuck up. Hello, buddies.
So anyway, I don't know if you got any other ideas, but I'm thinking about just getting us back on the highway and driving to this residence.
Yeah, this looks
She wakes up on the wind and doesn't kill us.
time sensitive.
Yep.
You got anything to tie her up with?
I pull out. Do I have my twine with me?
No, you don't
No.
have any of your normal adventuring gear with you, including your oversized backpack of death, Scott. All you have on you is IDs and stuff. You don't even have guns. Who in the fuck doesn't get a gun?
So
Right.
anything,
You gave the glasses, but no gun. What's up with that?
anything in the roadside assistant kit have a electrical cord?
No, there's one lone, sad-looking bungee cord thing, but that won't work very well. There are the jumper cables, but having tried to tie up somebody with those in the past, I will tell you they do not work worth a shit.
Mhm.
I'm not saying I did that, but I'm saying that they don't work well.
Of course.
I mean, especially when they start struggling. Just-
I'm driving.
Okay.
It just shows him like ram into the fucking family station wagon that's fucking nearby repeatedly, and you're like, okay. All right, yeah, he's a good driver, barely, and no problem. As you're driving, every now and then you get kicked by her foot as she's like,
Hey.
She's still unconscious, but kicks you from time to time.
Knock it off.
Do you want to put her in the back seat, or
It's all slimy. You're in the back seat, and it's all slimy with McDonald's.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's probably why
I'll
he's
use
trying
a
to
bag
do
or something to sit on, so I don't get any of it on me.
it. Yeah. It looks like a milkshake exploded. Maybe that's why she freaked out.
Mm.
Mm,
And that milkshake brought all the boys to the yard.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you arrive at the place. Yana, give me your endurance roll to wake up when the car stops at the place you're going to. You can do it, Yana. Or not. Okay,
I
so
will be unconscious forever.
I was going to say, to me, this strikes me as a Weekend at Bernie's type situation. I swear that movie was not very good, but it is famous as shit.
Yeah. That's
Memorable.
about it.
Just leave her in the car. Take the keys.
Yep.
I check out the residence.
Okay. Yana, wake up, Yana.
I'm trying.
Wait, is there like a tire iron in the trunk or anything?
Do you think hitting her with that will help? I mean, somebody else could do first aid, or somebody could do first aid on her if you wanted her to wake up.
They might have a dog or something.
That's true. There is a tire iron in the trunk.
I take it.
You feel minimally better. It's the address is in an inconspicuous apartment building in a declining working class neighborhood. It's a jarring example of early 1960s design theories, blocky and drab. There are, give me surveillance, or not surveillance, give me spot hidden rolls for those who are awake. Yana, stop sleeping.
Half.
No security cameras around. Mr. Wallace notices she's like still trying to kick Glenn even though he's gotten out of the car.